Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. In this video, we'll show you how to troubleshoot the top 5 reasons why your electric dryer isn't heating. Stick around till the end of the video for an important dryer safety tip that most people don't even know about. But before we begin, we're going to make sure the appliance is unplugged or the circuit breakers are off, so there's no chance of electrocution. The first thing we're going to check is the power supply. Electric dryers need a full 240 volts to heat properly. If you only have 120 volts coming in, the dryer will run, but it won't heat. So you'll need to go check the circuit breakers. Normally there's one 30 amp double breaker or two side-by-side 30 amp single breakers. Whether they're tripped or not, we're going to reset them. Then we can check the wall socket with a multimeter set to volts AC. Test each side to make sure it reads 120 volts. And 240 volts combined. Keep in mind the number can fluctuate up or down by 10%. If the socket doesn't have proper voltage, then either it or one of the circuit breakers may need to be replaced. Next, we need to check the thermofuse. The thermofuse is a safety device that shuts off the heat if the temperature inside the dryer gets too hot. The fuses are usually rated at 180 degrees Fahrenheit and up. This particular one is rated at 91 degrees Celsius, which is 196 degrees Fahrenheit. And this one is 154 degrees Celsius, which is 309 degrees Fahrenheit. It's usually located on the blower housing, but on some models, it can be located by the heat source. To make sure the part can carry an electric current, we need to test it with a multimeter for continuity. Once you have it set, touch the probes together to make sure it's working. Now you have to remove the wires from the part so we can test it. And then touch a probe to each terminal. If the meter shows a reading, it has continuity and the part is good. If not, you'll need to replace it. Most times when the thermofuse fails, it's caused by a restriction in the airflow. Make sure you check that your vent isn't kinked or clogged. If it is, make sure to fix it and clean out the dryer when you replace the fuse. If you need to order a part, simply go to AppliancePartsPros.com and type in your model number. Find your part on the easy-to-read diagrams and match it to the number below. Click on the part if you want to see more pictures of the item or watch its repair video. You can also scroll down to see DIY stories from customers like you or ask a question in the Q&A section. Once you're ready, you can add the part to your cart. It's that easy. Most orders will arrive within 2 business days. Now we can check the heating element. The heating element heats the air before it goes into the dryer drum. The heating element is made up of a coiled wire inside a metal heater box. Once you locate the heating element, remove anything from the terminals so we can test for continuity. Then touch a probe to each terminal. If there's no continuity, it needs to be replaced. As always guys, hit those like and subscribe buttons now to help support us making more of these videos. Next is the cycling thermostat. It regulates the temperature inside the dryer by cycling the heat on and off. The cycling thermostats are usually rated in between 135 and 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This particular one is rated at 155 degrees. It's usually located on the blower housing, but on some models, it can be located by the heat source. On this model, the cycling thermostat has a heater built into it. We don't need to test that, so we're going to remove the 2 larger wires so we can check for continuity. Then touch a probe to each terminal. If you don't get a reading, you'll need to replace it. Last thing to check is the high limit thermostat. It's a safety device that shuts off the heat if the dryer overheats. High limit thermostats are rated at 180 degrees Fahrenheit and up. This one's rated at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. It's usually located near the heat source, but can sometimes be found on the blower housing. We're going to remove the wires and take the thermostat off the heating element so we can test it. Same as before, we have to touch the probes to the terminals. If you get a reading, the part is fine. If not, you'll need to replace it. Now here's that safety tip we promised you earlier. Dryers cause thousands of house fires every year. Most of these are caused by a buildup of lint. Lint and dust have a tendency to build up inside the dryer and vent, and are the first things to ignite. Make sure your lint screen isn't missing or damaged, or will let lint into the vent hose. Also make sure you clean it after every load. If you have the flexible style ducting, it's recommended that you upgrade to the rigid metal kind to prevent lint buildup and the duct from accidentally being crushed. Make sure you follow the manufacturer's instructions when installing new venting. Failing to clean the dryer is the #1 cause of these fires, so make sure to clean the inside of the dryer, including the lint screen and blower housings, the ducting from the back of the dryer to the wall, and from the wall all the way to the outside of the house at least once a year. Once you take care of the problem, you can plug the dryer back in and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another troubleshooting video brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons now, and if you have any questions or want to share how your repair went, leave a comment down below.